All right. Today's Daf Lamed Zayin. Tonight at 7:45 there is a video presentation on Masechtas Middos. First of all, I want to thank the whole Olam. Everybody, it's not 5 minutes yet. I have to thank the whole Olam for stepping up their game. Yesterday you missed it. You weren't here. We went from 1,100 plus subscribers on YouTube to 880 overnight. Something happened with Google. We lost over 200, and therefore we lost the ability to stream live. We still don't have the ability, even though we got back to 1,000. A lot of people went out on the streets, including Yeshua, went to Osharat for 3 hours, getting random people. So we have a lot of new women subscribers. I even have my cleaning lady and 5 of her friends subscribed. Not kidding.
Please keep subscribing.
We are live. So anyways, so that's that. So thank you very much to everybody. When the shir needs to step it up, they step it up. As I mentioned on Shabbos.
Still can't go live, so
wow, Barak Shalom Aleichem. I mentioned on Shabbos. The Yecheskel, Akash Baruch Hu tells Yecheskel that although we are not going to be building the Beis HaMikdash, but if you learn about the Beis HaMikdash, the building of the Beis HaMikdash, it's as if you built the Beis HaMikdash. So we are on our final daf of Masechtas Middos, and it's a record. I have 13 pictures and printouts. Hopefully we get to all of them. It is definitely a record. And it's Kilu, we're building the Beis HaMikdash right now today. So says the Mishnah, top of Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph. Mishnah Gimel. Ushloishim ushmoina toyim hoyusham. There were 38 cells in the Beis HaMikdash. We'll mention again, that was the first thing I mentioned. Tonight at 7:45, there's a siyum on the entire Seder Kachim in the house of Noam Fix. Sponsored by Avik Hamiansky, the house by Noam Fix, Rabbi Lingner, Chaim Kornbluth, who's doing a tremendous amount of work. He's cooking up the brisket right now as we speak. He went shopping, he did a lot of stuff for the Siyum. So thank you, Chaim. That's on top of the breakfast that he threw the last day of Chol Hamoed. So that's tonight. There's going to be a video presentation about not a video, a live presentation about Har Bayis and the Beis HaMikdash. What do you mean live? He's going to have pictures?
He has PowerPoint. He's doing a whole PowerPoint.
So some sort of video, audio presentation. I just thank you, Chaim. You missed the whole thing, but thank you. You can go back on the video and watch it. By the way, since we got to move, there's a lot to accomplish, but since there is no live, so, Rabbi Isai, since there's no live, so it takes me many hours to upload the video. One of the milas of having live is that it uploads on the spot. As yesterday it took me all the way to the evening to upload. Today I know how to do it I have a couple tricks. It's still going to take a few hours. So Rabbi David, you and your buddies from Manchester are going to have to wait a few hours until you could watch the video. Sorry.
everyone keeps subscribing.
Okay. Yeah, we need more subscribers. We have 1,020. That's not enough because sometimes it drops. Weiter. Anyways, if you look, I have to go through. I really need a chair. If there's an extra chair here, it would be great. What is going on here? Okay. There are 38. What?
That means 1,020.
Yeah, 1,020K. It says. There's 38.
Shelves.
What shelves? Cells. Chambers. This is where they hid the gold and the silver of the Beis HaMikdash. If you look closely, it's not such a clear picture, but there's 5 on the bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times 3 is 15. 15 on this side, 15 on this side. On this side, it was 3, 3, and 2 on top. If you look closely, the spiral staircases going from chamber to chamber. There's also doors here. You can see that you get from chamber to chamber. Says the Mishnah. Chamisha also batzafon, chamisha also badarim, ushmoina b'mayrov. Shebatzafon shebadarim, chamisha agabi chamisha, 5 on top of 5, 3 stories as we pointed out. V'chamisha al gabeim, and a 3rd story. V'sheb'mayrov, this guy right over here. Shloisha al gabi shloisha, there's 3 on top of 3. Ushnayim al gabeim, and the top story had 2. Ushloisha psochim hoya lekol echad ve'echad. Rabbi says, is there an extra chair here? No extra chairs. Okay. I'm going to have to figure this out myself.
Stand in here?
Yes, absolutely. Though I try to make an order here, but still I'm struggling to find some. Okay, fine. If you look over here. Okay, next thing. Each one had 3 doors. Thank you very much. You look in here. This is a close-up of the chamber. There's a door over here, and there's a little door. There's a little hatch that the spiral staircase goes in. Noam, this is good for the new base medrash. We could think about this kind of stuff. A little hatch in the floor. If you want to go, if we want to make another bathroom, this could be. I had a good idea with the pole. You can come down with the pole and go up with a spiral staircase into a hatch. They did in the Beis Hamikdash. We could do it in Merkaz Daf Yomi. Fine. Next. Now, obviously, if you're reading the Mishnah, you don't need any explanation. Not every single cell had all these doors, because the cells that were all the way at the end did not have any adjoining rooms to it, so they didn't need that door to the left or to the right. And one opening, a hatch, went to the cell above it with a spiral staircase. Oh man, he's back to it. There's a picture here somewhere. Oh, how did I not? It's lost. Cannot believe this. Wow. I did print it. Oh, here. This is this. Look closely. This one right over here had 5 entrances. This, if you remember, this is the little maze that goes into the heichal, the pishpish that goes into the heichal to open up the doors of the heichal. Over here you have a door to the right. You have the hatch above, and you have to the Masiba. Masiba, right over here. You can't really see it well. Maybe I have another picture, but there was a ramp that went up all the way through this. You see this dark area? There's a ramp that went up here, straight up to the 3rd floor. That's called the Masiba. The pishpish, as we remember, is the door of the heichal. In order to open up the door in the morning, he had to. Wow, this is a little. Let's just take a quick video of what's going on here. How come there's so much noise? There, I'll show you why there's a lot of noise. A lot of people standing around. We need a bigger room. Okay. Rabbi said, if you came for the food for the siyum, you came at the wrong time. 7:45 at night. At night. Okay.
Well, there's forks. Yeshua brought forks. I'm still not sure why. Maybe for wafers.
Says the Mishnah Dal. So we finished one Mishnah with 32 minutes left. Now for this, what are you doing? No. Please don't, because we can't break it up. Just leave it. Today we'll leave it, and tomorrow we'll go live. Rabbi said, without the Masifta, I have no idea what's going on here. But thank you, Masifta, for the beautiful pictures. Nicer than another publication. I don't want to say which one. This one explains it beautifully. What?
First time you were saying that.
No. In this Masechta, the Masifta did a phenomenal job. I actually spoke. I looked. Reuben gave me the number of the guy that's in charge of the Masifta. I call him up, and he starts yelling at me. He goes, "Why didn't you come to my daughter's chasana?" It turns out he was an Ehrenfeld chef in the Alps 3 years ago, and he's now in charge of the Masifta. So it's like, what? Oh, you. Okay, I didn't chap who he was, but anyways, we're trying to get official permission, and he might give me the original pictures in digital format, so I don't have to go off my phone. Like, it's going to be a lot nicer than this. Anyways.
On 3D, you have to scroll through it. You can see the original 3D. Online, you have 3D, by the way. Online, you can find 3D in the
Check this out. Right over here, the bottom of the wall of the ulam. You see this ulam? Massive, 7 amas wide. The cell on the bottom is only 5 amas wide, the bottom one. Look what happens over here. Could you guys see all the way back there? The indentation here, there's an indentation. Meaning that the cell above it is 6 amas wide. There's another indentation, and the cell above it is 7 amas wide. So the wall goes like this until the wall is 4 amas. It's very disturbing when the Olam is speaking for no good reason. It's disturbing the other people in the back from hearing. 7, 6, 5. Me, I don't care. I'm moichel on my covered. Just a little. Okay. No, rather not. I'm going to put you, by the way, whoever talks a lot in the beginning is going to be put into a 30-minute, first 30-minute break. Only two people are in that category right now, not including Yaakov and Mr. Feder. I'm going to start putting more people into that category, Gary. Zok the Mishnah.
You build these kind of cells and
the man cave, we have these cells.
So let's see it inside the Mishnah. Now that we said it outside, Hatachtoina chomesh v'roivet sheish. Roivet means the ceiling. Rabbi Isai, in the new, Noam is saying, he just let out the secret. In the new Beis Medrash, I have a button. And if I hit that button, your seat falls out from the bottom. You just end up in the caravan below. So be careful. Again, so this is what the Mishnah is trying to describe here. It's crazy today. The bottom one is 5. The ceiling of the bottom one is 6. So mainly the one above it is 6 wide, 6 amas. Therefore it's 6. Rabbi said, if you didn't have this picture, you didn't know it's flying. And therefore the ceiling is 7. If the actual structure, the cell is 6, then its ceiling needs to be 7. Why? Because that's the floor of the one above it, which is always 1 amma larger than the one below it. So if the bottom one is 5, the ceiling of the bottom one is 6, which is the floor of the middle one. The middle one's ceiling is 7, which is the floor of the third floor, and Shalom HaYisrael. And therefore the top cell is 7, Shenemar. It says Mefurish in the pasuk. How do you accomplish this? If the pasuk says that the bottom cell should be 5, and then it says the middle one is 6, and the third floor Sheva ba'ama. The only way to create something like that is to go like this, to make some sort of step. Says the next Mishnah, hey, watch, I'm going to find these pictures when I'm done. I'm not going to be happy. This, for instance, I didn't even show you. And this is just a cutaway of these cells that we're discussing with a better picture and a view of the spiral staircases and the doors that lead in from one cell to the other. Okay, next. If I could find it, I need a guy in charge. Here, oh, you're here. Hello, you're in charge of my stuff usually. Here, take this. See if you can find something that looks like a slide. Anyway, there's a ramp that goes right up over here, and that's what the Mishnah is discussing. In the northeastern corner, so basically, it works its way up until it gets to the next corner. That's how you get to the top floor. You walk up this ramp. What are you facing? You're facing west. And therefore, he just walked on the whole northern edge of the Azara, but he's facing west. When he gets to west, no good. I guess either I didn't print it or I don't know. There's so much going on today. So now he got to the corner. He has to make a left turn. He faces the south. Now he's on in the western wall until he gets to the southern corner. Now he's facing east. He's facing the direction he started out from, where that ramp was. He goes on the southern wall. Oh, so now here, this one we have to skip a little bit. But anyways, he went up a ramp, came around, and now he's over here. He went all the way around here, right? The ramp is on this side. Do we have a here? Tzafain Mizrach. You see, this is Tzafain, and this is this corner. He walks up a ramp, comes all the way around, goes this way, goes around the building, and here you have 2 pieces of wood. They're like poles that you slide down.
He gets to what level on the building?
Right over here.
Lower down?
I think by the third floor, kind of, because that's where the ramp takes it to the third floor. So he's on the third floor. No. According to the picture, he has to now climb up. If he wants to climb up to the roof, he has to use these things, these two weird pieces of wood.
Only once in 7 years.
There's a door there on the second floor.
When is he walking?
Look, he's
When
right.
is he going there?
There's a Pesach La'aliyah right over here. Maintenance on the roof. And they don't want people to climb up onto the roof, so they made it very difficult. And they had either there was like strungs here, like a ladder, or you just had to somehow get yourself up to the roof.
Once in 7 years.
No,
No, that's in the Kodesh
When was
Kodashim.
this for? When was it?
and that's also
Listen, this is you gotta maintain your roof. It was 410 years. You know how often you have to do a roof? If you don't have to do a roof every 15 years, you're in great shape.
And they had to have the spikes because the birds.
They have the spice color.
Yeah.
they used to spray Ufi by it.
This is on the southern side of the Beis Hamikdash. There are two pieces of cedar. Here we go. In this picture, if you look closely, two pieces of wood that demark where you should not walk. There's more Gedusha from this piece of wood. This is directly above the Kodesh HaKadoshim. There's more Gedusha over here than the Kodesh HaKadoshim itself. Do not walk there. There's even a little paroiches from side to side. Yes, because nobody ever walked there. Only once every few years, or maybe it is every 7 years. Maybe he's right. I remember seeing something 7 years.
How do you fix the roof there?
If you have to go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim, you go. If you have to fix the roof, you go. But as the Mishnah is going to describe, you close your eyes. You have to act in a lot of.
Fix the roof with your eyes closed.
No, I don't mean it literally. But you're in a special box where you couldn't see
It
anything
lowered
to
them
yourself.
down
Yes,
from the
yes.
ceiling
We're going to
to
get
the
there.
back.
It's a Mishnah. And in addition to that, there's also a piece of fabric going from side to side of these pieces of wood. Velulim, here we go. Velulim hayu psuchim ba'aliyah lebeis kodesh HaKadoshim. And there were also a video. Now today's video time. There were also holes in the ceiling where they lowered people down in a little box. It's scary because you're talking about 200 feet up. Had to go down in a box, in an open box.
Eli, it's not talking about from standing all the way on top. I'm talking about the Aliyah. The Aliyah is the middle part.
Yeah. You're right. Ba'aliyah lebeis kodesh HaKadoshim. Yeah. Shebahem, you're right. Shebahem moyu mishalshim misawumonim b'teibois. Aliyah, lower down. Maybe I think it's 40 amas. Still 80 feet. Kedei shelo yizunu einayim mebeis kodesh HaKadoshim. So every 7 years they would go in to do maintenance on the walls, and the box was open to only a specific area, like you put on a horse those blinders from the side. So they were in a box. They could only see in front of them and not enjoy the view of the whole Kodesh HaKadoshim. Mishnah Vav, what?
Is there a me'ilah on Re'iyah?
No. There is no Milah, but it's
I recommend it.
not a good idea.
It says it's forbidden.
Right?
V'heichol. By the way, if we get there today, there was a guy. His name was Parva, and according to one of the Pshatim in the Rishonim, he snuck into the Beis Hamikdash. He dug a tunnel and he wanted to view the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur, and he died. So it's not
tunnel into the Kodesh HaKadoshim?
Yeah, like to see into the Kodesh HaKadoshim. He was the one that made one of the. He's very good at building. There's a place called Lishkas Parva, but what he did, the way he died was because he viewed the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Poof, he died. And that was, and the reason they say, the reason why it's called Lishkas Parva is to commemorate the nace of him dying, trying to see.
He wasn't attached with a rope.
I don't know. No, he wasn't in the Kodesh HaKadoshim. He was in a tunnel.
Right.
They found him in a tunnel.
Found him in the tunnel?
Yeah. How did they get those Arabs out of those tunnels?
He was there.
He was.
You know about the tunnel.
He was a magician. Yeah.
If we get there, we have no choice. We have to finish to do the scene.
We have plenty of time tonight to do the seam. Start on Lamed Zayin with the Aleph on the bottom. Mishnah Vav. The Heichol Meya al Meya. The Heichol was 100 by 100. Well, it's actually including this part. This is 100. From here to here, 100. Al Meya. Yes, it was a T. It was 100 high. Now, I need something else. I need the here. Here we go. This is good. Right here. Give me this one. Ha'oitem sheish amos. Never again. I think in Nida, if we have one picture, it'll be good. Ha'oitem sheish amos. This was a completely solid piece. You can't go in there. It looks like cement almost. 6 amos tall. All right, so 6 amos. On top of that was 40 amos of the heichal. On top of that was this a ceiling that was 5 amos, 10 feet wide of a ceiling, which had, and the Mishnah is going to describe different parts to it. What does it have? V'goy v'arba'im amma v'amo kiyur. There's a kiyur, meaning there's a very decorative stone that had pictures of flowers. I think it was different things in the stone. That's right over here. If you look here, this is the kiyur. This part, this stone right over here is the kiyur, and then you have 2 amos times 2. This took place twice. You're dealing with 100 amos here. You have 200 feet to play with. So your ceiling was 10 feet. It's not a big deal. Just like the door was 40 amos, 80 feet. In between, you see over here, there's blocks of wood. Each block was 2 amos, 4 amos tall. Okay, that's the dilfa. On top of that, you have 1 amma of a ceiling and then 1 amma of a floor. Total of 10 amos. That's the blocks that are in between the floors. This is mamish malchus, like a 10-foot. Picture it, the size of our new Beis Medrash, the whole height of the Beis Medrash. That's how high Kemat, just the ceiling, the actual ceiling. Massive. Va'ama, like our floor to ceiling, this is not even, this is what, 9 feet or whatever, so it's higher than this ceiling that we're in right now. Va'ama tikra, va'ama ma'aziva, that would be the Reb Hill's here. Maziva is the flooring that's made out of some sort of cement or something. You could see it, if you look closely, it's like a white particle on top of the ceiling. Ceiling, let's say, is wood, then there's another floor made out of cement, which was an amma thick. Imagine if you need an amma thick of cement, which is like 2 feet of cement, you need some serious support there. That's why you had 2 ammas of dilfa and a kiyur v'chulu.
Dilfa was for the water before.
In between? Where does it say that? In the Rambam, Reb Shmaya. Okay.
Who was the architect?
Because Baruch Hu himself. V'goyva, was that a trick question? V'ama ma'aziva. V'goyva shalaliyah. That's like the question that the guy asked.
That's the lotion of dilfa.
Tomorrow we're starting
With the left.
You get your new Gemaras.
V'goyva shalaliyah arboim amo.
Okay, look in the Ram.
I'm not looking anywhere. We got to move.
6 lines from the wide one.
Down? Fine. That's why it's called dilfa. But the point of that is structural, it seems like, and it has these massive blocks of wood. And then now again, once again, you repeat the 40 amos in here as well. You have 40 amos in there. Amokiyur, once again, you have an amma of decorative stone. Oh, very good. Hill is doing a great job here, thank you. Here's a close-up of the kiyur, also from the Mesifta, beautiful. You see the decorative thing? We're going to have Bezer Hashem on our new Beis Medrash also. We have to have something like that. A dilfa, a kiyur. That's easy. We're talking about I'm not kidding. Thank you to Noam Fix's wife and Simcha Sussman's wife and my wife. We sat until 12 o'clock in the morning last night discussing the kiyur on the ceiling. That's what we discussed for an hour and a half. Anyway, here's the 2 amos of dilfa, the blocks of wood, as Menachem Atta pointed out, that the Rambam says that it's also that water goes between this and it can come out. On top of this is 1 amma of a ceiling, and the yellow is the amma ma'aziva, which is the flooring on top. Now, you have a 3 amma fence around the top. That's included in the height of 100 amos. So actual structural, we have 97 plus 3 amos of a makkah. The Torah says to put a makkah, but you don't really need to have a makkah on a shul, a beis medrash, and a beis hamikdash. Va'ama maziv v'shal gam maka. Va'ama kola oirev. Remember, everybody knows about this. They didn't want the birds to land here with treif and meat and stuff like that and all sorts of issues. So they put spikes. We're very familiar with the pigeon spikes. If you go to the kaisel, they have the pigeon spikes and you have the pigeons sitting in the spikes. I saw it with my own. They have no issue. But the Beis Hamikdash had better spikes. They're actually longer and sharper. And so the Tanakama holds that it was an Amahai. Why you need Amahai? Maybe they were talking about ravens that are ridiculously large. Fine.
No, they have it here. They have these big ravens here.
Maybe that's what we're doing now.
And the kids, so the Mishnah, the Tanakama holds that this Amma of spikes is included in the height of when we talk about the Ulam being 100 Amma, it's 99 plus 1 Amma of spikes. That doesn't make sense. That's just in addition to get rid of the Oirim. It's not part of the structure. So, but how do you get to 100? So you have to say that the Makkah, the fence around the top, was 4, not 3. Mishnah Zayin. Min Mizrach leMayrov Me'ama. I need a. Where's this guy? Oh, here. Mizrach leMayrov from here to here 100. Oh, sorry. From here to here is 100. Kaisel ulam. Now I can use that. Chomesh. Ulam achadasar. I like the Masifta one better. I started out. We could, you know what? I don't know. Which one do you guys want to use? Art scroll. Colorful. Kaisel ulam is right over here.
No, hold it. Here's
I think it's over here. Let's see, where are we?
The long. Turn it around.
This way.
Like that, the bottom. Exactly. That's the kaisel.
Yeah, this is the ulam, sorry. This is the ulam. This is the heichal. You're going this way. This is the steps into the ulam. Okay. And now we're going Mizrach to Ma'irav. Very good. Mizrach to Ma'irav Me'ama. So we have 100 Amma. Kaisel ulam chamesh. This is, no, it's not good because we had, this is 6.
That's 5.
No, this is 6. Kaisel ulam chamesh. Vulam achadasar. Kaisel ha'heichal sheish. Oh, that's better. Kaisel ha'heichal sheish. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yesterday we were discussing the doors. Sorry, my bad. This is 5, this is 6, because yesterday we were talking about the doors that are 5 wide, 2 sets of doors, 5 wide, and we also had that hinge on the side. Remember, it wasn't flush. Okay. This is 5 wide. So from here to here is 11.
Oh, here. This one's also internal. Oh, this one?
Internal. No, not yet. That's later. That's the Azara. And then you have 40 Amma inside, which is, I have the wrong one here. Here, this is better. Here, yeah. From here to here, this is 40 Amma. Let's get it, I don't know. I learned it with this, so this is better. 5, 11, 6, 40. Much better. It's a nicer picture, but it's more confusing for me. 5 amos, 11 amos, 6 amos with. Yesterday we were discussing the doors over here.
People are standing up to
The
look.
20 you're going to confuse with is wide. 40
Shkoyach.
long. We're going long that way.
40 over here. Where?
You understand what
This is 40, sorry, from here to here. 40 is this way.
It's the same thing. That 20 that you
Yeah,
said
but it says
wide.
20 over here.
It's width.
Okay,
It's
fine.
wide.
Got it.
Length
Okay.
is
40
40.
of the Heichal until you get to 1 Amma that separates the Heichal from the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Over here you don't even have the Kodesh HaKadoshim in this picture.
That's supposed to be 40
Okay.
long and 20 wide.
Amma Traxin. This piece right over here is called a Traxin. Ve'esrim Amma base Kodesh HaKadoshim, and then another 20 Amma from here to here, which is Kodesh HaKadoshim. In the new base Medrash, we're going to have 2 large screens that are not hooked up to any channels, just for sheer purposes only. Now here we go. Here. Koisol ha'heichol sheish. We have right over here. This is the heichol right over here. 6.
Is this the first base of Mikdash?
No, here we go. This Koisol sheish. 6 over here. V'hata sheish. Then it goes to the cell. 6. Next one is 5. V'koisol hata chomesh. Then the second wall. This wall is 6. This wall is 5. Then what comes? Min atzof ladorim shivim amo.
Both walls are 5.
No, it says v'hat.
Why are they
Koisol ha'heichol sheish. It says. Koisol ha'heichol sheish. V'hata sheish. V'koisol hata chomesh. Min atzof ladorim shivim amo. From north to south, 70. From here to here. From here to here, 70. Plus these pieces make it 100. These are 15 each. So you have 100 from here to here, 70 from here to here.
This picture's completely out of proportion. If you look at the Kodesh, it's 20 by 20, and it's not a square.
22, 40.
No, this is 40. This is 20. Yeah, you're right. You know why? Because I did it. I ruined the picture. Look at your iron scroll. You see it's a better picture. It's more. I just schlepped it to the whole page so I could see it better and be better. I ruined it. So here we go. Remember the ramp that goes all the way up? So that wall is 5. V'amesiba shalish, and the actual ramp is 3 ames wide, which is about 6 feet wide. It's not bad. Then you keep on going to the wall of the cell right over here. 5, 3, 5. V'atah sheish, and the cell on the other side is also 6. And then you go to this. It's like the reverse. The one wall is 5, the other wall is 6. Esrim amma. Then you have 20 amma from here to here. Inside the heichol, the opening of the heichol is 20 amma. Somebody asked a while ago, a few days ago, where did they get water in the Beis Hamikdash? Here. Ubeis harodas amayim sholish amos. On one side you have the ramp, on the other side you have the water. The water came from a spring called Mein Avtoyach, and it went in the first Beis Hamikdash to a place in the Beis Hamikdash called Yam Shel Shloima. It's the name of a sefer today, Yam Shel Shloima. But in the second Beis Hamikdash they didn't have it. But according to a lot of shittas, there was water in here, and you were able to draw water. What? Oh, it's already 30 minutes. You want?
The name of Tayach.
Yeah, Naftoyach.
Is that what it was called?
That was the name of the spring that they took the water from, and they somehow got it into the Beis Hamikdash with drains, with pipes and stuff.
But it was higher than
Probably. Otherwise, I don't know how it would flow.
Rechnitz built a thing
Where?
in the Beis
In the Beis
Hamikdash.
Hamikdash.
It was the Rechnitz water machine addition.
Now, ha'ulam. Rabbi said, remember the ulam. Where's the picture of the ulam? I don't know. The ulam is the tall. Well, this part. Let's call this the ulam. Here. Right over here is the ulam. So this part is 15 amas wider than the 70 amas. 15 on this side, 15 on this side, for a total of 100. In here, in this area, it's a shaila if it went all the way here or there, but we had this also in Zvachim. This is where they hid the knives. They had 24 cubbies like we want to have in the new Beis Medrash cubbies. Over here they had 24 cubbies for knives in each side.
What, phones?
No, for tefillin and gemaras. Every day I have to look for Zar scroll somewhere.
I want to get involved in the proiches. Can I be part of that?
Yeah.
Proiches.
Shisham, could we discuss this after the shir though? Whoever wants to get involved in different things, we're having a meeting afterwards what you want to get involved, or we can discuss it now. I mean,
Proiches.
right, okay. You have to talk to Avi. Avi's in charge of Proiches. Whoever donates it gets to pay, be on the board. Shisham goinziv hasakinim. Va'hechol tsar ma'achoyrav v'rochav milofonov raboisai. This looks like a lion. Why? Because it's narrow in the back and wide in the front, just like a lion has a large mane. It was a big shock to me when my sister, her first son, she named him Lavi, and then the second son she had, she named him Ariel. It's basically the same name. But Ariel is a lion, Lavi is some sort of lion. Kiz Chana David. Ma'ari Tsar Ma'choyer. I think she might be fascinated. I'm not sure. Ma'ari Tsar Ma'choyer v'rochav milefonov. Avaheichel Tsar Ma'choyer v'rochav milefonov. And it had the shape of Ari. Hadron Aloch. Pischo Shel Heichel. Hadron Aloch. Zok the Mishnah. As usual, we have our 5 minutes from the base. No, but we're going to try to do a Mishnah by Noam. Again, 7:45 Ma'ariv at Noam's house. We have to know the stuff inside out because when the guy says his stuff today, we have to know what's going on. You have more pictures for me?
Of course.
Oh, we didn't use this one.
We use that one.
Okay, now we're going to the Azara by side. We were talking about the Heichel and the Ulam. This is the Azara.
The Rechnitz Azara.
Yeah? Okay, we're looking for dessert. We have brisket and we have schnitzel and shalom. We're looking for dessert. If anybody wants to be mishtatev in dessert, it doesn't have to be for all 70 people that are coming. Yishkoyach, whatever you can bring for 10 people, another person will bring for 10 people, will be mishtatev. I'll be mishtatev. I have some ice cream in my freezer from 6 years ago. I'm looking to get rid of. So I'm. Right? So the Azara we know is 135. How long was the total? From all the way back here, this is also part of the Azara, around the Heichel, from here to here, 187. Min ha-mizrach la-ma'ariv 187. Makom drisas ragli Yisrael. Okay, so give me this. This I can use this now. We had this yesterday, and it's a repeat, but it's kedai to do this again. This is the area of the Yisraelim. Then you had what? You had wood, marking off the area, either wood or stairs, according to another Madamar. 11 plus 11. The width of the Mizbech was how much? 32. How much was the length of the Mizbech? Also 32 without the ram. Bein Ulam and Mizbech. The oil remembers the stairs that we discussed yesterday. 12 stairs were how much? 22 amma. Then you have the length of the Heichel, which we just learned is 100 amma. And then you have behind the Heichel, behind the Kodesh HaKadoshim, an area of 11, and that equals to 187. Do the math. Mokum drisas ragli Yisrael achadis riyama. Mokum drisas zakliyanim achadis riyama. HaMizbeach shleishim ushtayim. Bein ha'ulam v'lamizbeach esrim ushtayim amma. The Heichel meo amma, it should say here. V'achadis riyama la'achoyer beis ha'kaparis. 11 ammas behind that. And remember, we had a guy that watches over there. It's very lonely, so he had a partner, etc. And there's also a window that was in a different Masechta. Mishnah Beis. Minat Sofen Ladaroim. The width of this Azara was Meo Ushloishim V'chamesh. How do we do that? Minat Kevesh V'la Mizbeach Shishim V'shtayim. How long is the Kevesh we had yesterday? 32 amos. How long is the Mizbeach we just had a second ago? 32 amos. 32 plus 32 is 64. Says the Mishnah. How long was the Mizbeach? Shishim Ushtayim. 62. What's the pshat? Very simple, because the Kevesh, we don't include the Yisoid on the bottom and the Soivev in the middle. Number one, there wasn't even a Yisoid on the bottom, on that side of the Mizbeach. As we said yesterday, on that side of the, you could even see it in this picture, the Yisoid went this way, and a little bit of an Amma over here, and an Amma over here, but there's no Yisoid in it. Even if there was, it went over it. So it's not included in the length of the 32. So maybe you have 32 plus 32, it went over the Soivev as well, that's 2 Amas. 32 plus 32 equals 64. 30 for the Kevesh, and 32 for the Mizbeach. Or, the opposite. 30 of the Mizbeach, and 32 of the Kevesh equals 62. Because there's only 30 if you take off the 2 Amas of the Yisoid and the Yisoivet. Min ha-Mizbeach letabois shmoina amos. Here we go. From the Mizbeach, this is 62. From here to where the rings start, the 24 rings that we discussed yesterday, you hold down the animal, 8 amos. All this is 24 amma in red, 24. Minat abois, la shulchanois arba. We had the tables that you do all the butchering is 4. Minat shulchanos v'lenanosim, we had yesterday, and we had it a few times before, the vertically challenged beams that were made out of marble on the bottom, wood on the top, that you would hang the animal on it and take off the hide, flay it. So you have a total of 110. Plus the 4 of the Shulchan is 114. What do you do with the rest? You have 21 amis left over. It's very interesting that since the Mishnah doesn't say what you do with the moisar, Rashi takes it for granted that you take 21 amas and you cut it in half, 10 and a half over here for this area, and 10 and a half down here. It makes sense. But the problem is that Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, and the whole Masechta goes according to Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, he holds that the Mizbeach is in the south. The whole entire Mizbeach is in the south. It only leaves you, if you do the math, it only leaves you 5.5 amas here. So you cannot divide it equally. Therefore, Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov and Rashi have a machlokes, so to speak, but according to Rabbi Elazar ben Yaakov, it just means that this area, instead of it being 10 and a half like Rashi, must be 15 and a half, and this area over here is 5.5. A total of 135. We'll finish here. It'll be 5 minutes tonight. Vizo. Beseder? Beautiful. We'll finish the Masechta tonight at